Everyone, buckle up and prepare for a wild ride, because today's scoop might just change your life forever. We're diving deep into the world of celebrity romance, drama, and shocking revelations as we explore the unexpected connection between Jim Jones and reality TV star Brooke Bailey. Recent claims suggest that Jim Jones, a name synonymous with music and drama, may have secretly tied the knot with Brooke Bailey. This revelation comes just weeks after the public fallout between Jim and his long-term partner, Chrissy Lampkin. It's a twist that has left fans buzzing and eager for answers. Before we get into the thick of it, let's take a moment to review the key details and consider the implications for everyone involved. An intriguing photo has surfaced showing Jim and Brooke laughing, cuddling, and wait for it clad in wedding attire. As social media ignites with speculation, fans are left to piece together the puzzle of what truly went down. This dramatic twist begs a recap for those who may have missed the backstory. Jim and Chrissy's recent split after a 15-year relationship was shocking enough it signaled the end of a tumultuous era. Chrissy made headlines when she publicly announced she was officially done and moving on. However, whispers began swirling in the weeks that followed, hinting that Jim was also ready to move on, and not just with anyone, but with the illustrious Brooke Bailey, known for her role in Basketball Wives. Initially, their public appearances were dismissed as mere coincidences, just two stars in the same orbit. But the internet exploded when that now famous photo hit the feed. Their chemistry was palpable, and the context, well, it screamed romance. In the image, Jim is sharply dressed while Brooke dons a modest white gown, leaving fans speculating could they really have tied the knot. The smiles, the embraces, the entire vibe suggests a joyous occasion far beyond just a photo op. However, not everyone is convinced. Skeptics argue this could be part of a promotional shoot or a setup for an upcoming project, perhaps a music video or a reality show. After all, when you're in the public eye, it's hard to separate genuine moments from calculated publicity stunts. The conversation has sparked a myriad of questions. If this wedding is real, how quickly did Jim move on? What does it mean for Chrissy, who is still processing their breakup? Some fans speculate that Jim and Brooke's relationship might have begun while he was still with Chrissy, which could explain the suddenness of the split. If true, this revelation could paint Jim in a troubling light, suggesting he may have been unfaithful. Many fans are grappling with feelings of betrayal, as Jim and Chrissy shared so much history together. On social media, opinions are divided. While some celebrate this new coupling, others criticize Jim for moving on so hastily, claiming he wasted years of Chrissy's life. One fan succinctly stated, "That's crazy," while another commented, "People move on, it's just part of life." Yet many are still hopeful that this is merely a promotional gimmick. After all, can we really trust what we see on social media? As for Chrissy Lampkin, the spotlight is now on her. How will she react to this whirlwind of news? Will she publicly address the rumors, or will she choose to remain silent? Known for her candidness, some speculate she might even return to reality TV, providing fans with an inside look at her journey post-Jim. Meanwhile, Brooke Bailey has had her share of ups and downs in relationships, but if the wedding rumors are indeed true, could this mark a fresh start for her as well? Fans are excited, believing that this relationship could open new doors for both of them, personally and professionally. However, marrying Jim Jones comes with its own set of challenges, especially under the relentless scrutiny of the public eye. Comparisons to Chrissy, who played such a significant role in Jim's life, will be inevitable. After years of emotional highs and lows, this may be Jim's opportunity to redefine himself. As we ponder whether Jim Jones and Brooke Bailey's union is a genuine love story or just a well-staged event for the cameras, one thing is clear: the buzz surrounding them is not fading anytime soon. So, what do you think? Did Brooke and Jim really get married, or is this just another chapter in the reality TV saga? Is it a new beginning for both, or simply a strategic play to capture our attention? We want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you're always in the loop with the latest celebrity news, rumors, and controversies. And remember to hit that notification bell every time we release a new scoop. You'll be the first to know. Looking back, Jim expressed deep remorse for his actions. He understood now more than ever how easily emotions could spiral out of control, and how a moment of anger could lead to irreversible damage. He hoped that by sharing his story, others might learn from his mistakes and avoid making the same choices he had. Jim knew that no amount of explanation could erase what happened, but he was determined to be better, to grow from the experience, and to ensure that nothing like it ever happened again. The incident had been a dark chapter in Jim's life, one filled with regret and pain, but it was also a lesson in accountability, forgiveness, and the importance of controlling one's emotions before they cause irreparable harm. For Jim, the most important thing now was to move forward, to be a better man, and to continue working on his relationships with those he loved.
With a smile on your face, like everything is a joke too? Your mother was getting a massage, and Zeke was getting a lap dance in my backyard. Why? Because you make them feel like it's okay.
As the days passed, the tension only grew worse. Jim recalled the arguments that broke out between Chrissy and Rashid. They were loud, emotional, and full of accusations. The situation became volatile, and he found himself increasingly frustrated by his inability to mediate between them. Every attempt he made to calm things down only seemed to fan the flames. He felt trapped, unable to reconcile the woman he loved with the sister he had always defended. Then came the day that changed everything. Jim vividly remembered the argument that escalated beyond anything he could have anticipated. Chrissy was especially angry that day, her frustration bubbling over. She lashed out, accusing Rashid once again of stealing the money, and Rashid fired back, defending herself against the accusations. Jim, standing between them, tried once again to defuse the situation, but emotions were running too high. As Chrissy continued to press the issue, Jim found himself overwhelmed, his own emotions spiraling out of control. In that moment, something inside him snapped. The frustration, the anger, and the helplessness all culminated in a split-second decision, one he would regret for the rest of his life. In the heat of the argument, Jim raised his hand and slapped Chrissy. The instant his hand connected, he realized the enormity of what he had done. He had never imagined himself capable of such a thing, and the shame hit him immediately. Time seemed to freeze, and all he could feel was regret.
Chrissy does have that mean little streak, you know, and I...
Come in.
Hi.
How you doing?
How are you?
The room fell silent after the slap, the weight of what had just happened sinking in for everyone present. Jim remembered the look on Chrissy's face, shock, hurt, and betrayal all at once. It was a look that he would never forget. He had crossed a line, one that should never be crossed, and the realization was crushing. In the aftermath, Jim struggled with the consequences of his actions. The incident quickly became public knowledge, splashed across headlines, and talked about on social media. Everyone had an opinion, but none of them knew the full story. They didn't know the emotional turmoil that had led up to that moment or how deeply Jim regretted what he had done. Still, he understood that no amount of context could justify his actions. He had hurt someone he loved, and that was something he would have to live with. Jim also admitted that the accusations against Rashid were never fully resolved. To this day, it remained unclear whether the money had been stolen, or if it was all a misunderstanding. The tension between Chrissy and Rashid never truly dissipated, leaving a lingering wound in the family. But for Jim, the most important thing was repairing his relationship with Chrissy. He worked tirelessly to make amends, to rebuild the trust that had been shattered that day. It wasn't easy, and the road to healing was long and painful.
Let me control something in my relationship for once.
Hold up. Chrissy, that's not a way for you to treat somebody's mother.
I'm not marrying you!
You as a selfish bitch. That's how I feel.
Oh, and what are you?
I'm not so...
Looking back, Jim expressed deep remorse for his actions. He understood, now more than ever, how easily emotions could spiral out of control, and how a moment of anger could lead to irreversible damage. He hoped that by sharing his story, others might learn from his mistakes and avoid making the same choices he had. Jim knew that no amount of explanation could erase what happened, but he was determined to be better, to grow from the experience, and to ensure that nothing like it ever happened again. The incident had been a dark chapter in Jim's life, one filled with regret and pain, but it was also a lesson in accountability, forgiveness, and the importance of controlling one's emotions before they cause irreparable harm. For Jim, the most important thing now was to move forward, to be a better man, and to continue working on his relationships with those he loved.